They said humans were social creatures. They were wrong. Humans were packed creatures. The Galactic Council learned that lesson the day a human decided that a frightened, half-starved alien child was family. The outpost of Carix 9 was supposed to be neutral ground, a trade hub, a refuge processing station, a place where wars paused long enough for paperwork. That illusion shattered the moment the alarms went silent. Security footage would later show the exact second everything went wrong. A small, six-limbed alien child Trell miner had fallen in the crowd, weak, malnourished. Its caretakers had been taken weeks earlier during a border purge. The child cried out, a thin, reedy sound easily lost in the noise of thousands. No one stopped. No one except the human. Commander Elias Ward, Terran Expeditionary Corps, Deathworld designation, Class 12, combat record, extensive psychological profile, protective tendencies. He turned. That was it. That was the moment the galaxy made a mistake. Ward knelt beside the child, ignoring the shouted warnings in 3 languages. He removed his helmet, a gesture that shocked nearby observers. Exposed face, exposed throat. Among most species, that was an act of submission. Among humans, it meant something else entirely. You're okay, he said softly, voice low and steady. I've got you. The child latched onto him with all 6 limbs. Security reports note that Commander Ward did not attempt to remove it. Instead, he stood up at first. The station authorities protested. The Trell were classified as non-citizens. Refugee claims were pending. Transfer protocols required. Ward didn't raise his voice. He didn't threaten. He simply said one sentence. This one's with me. The words were translated into 14 languages. Every Deathworld species in the chamber stiffened. Because those words were not a request, they were a declaration. 3 hours later, a patrol from the Varelian enforcers arrived. The Varelians were efficient, cold, known for population corrections. They demanded the child. Ward refused. Again, no shouting, no weapons drawn, just calm, terrifying certainty. She's family. The Varelian commander laughed. It was the last sound he made voluntarily. What followed would later be called the Carax incident, though humans preferred another term. A misunderstanding. The Varelians reached for the child. Ward moved. Not fast. Not violently. Precisely. Security footage shows him shifting his stance, subtle, almost lazy. His hand came up, not to strike, but to block. The Varelian's arm bent the wrong way. There was a sound like breaking ice. When the rest of the patrol reacted, they discovered something the galaxy had forgotten. Humans do not fight alone. Within seconds, every human on the stations, soldiers, engineers, medics, civilians, had repositioned. Not aggressively, protectively. They formed a circle, a pack. Medical staff moved the child behind Ward without being told. Dock workers sealed exits. A human bartender locked the doors and calmly began distributing improvised weapons. And somewhere in the background, a human grandmother picked up a tray and said, "Nobody touches the baby." The Varelians backed down. They always did once the pattern became clear. No posturing, no threats. Just humans quietly deciding that something mattered. And once humans decide that, the galaxy has never successfully changed their minds. The Council intervened within the hour. Diplomatic channels flared. Sanctions were threatened. Ward listened patiently. Then he placed a hand over the child's head, gentle, protective. "You can call her whatever you want," he said. "Refugee, non-citizen, liability." He met the Council envoy's eyes. "I call her my daughter." Silence followed, not because the Council was shocked, but because every species present understood the implication. Family meant territory. Family meant retaliation. Family meant war, if necessary. The child was granted asylum, then citizenship, then something unprecedented, protected status. Human family unit. The classification spread faster than any treaty because the data was clear. Where humans claimed family, casualty rates dropped to 0, aggressors vanished, borders stabilized, and entire fleets rerouted rather than risk finding out what happened after a human said, "Your family." Years later, the child now named Lena Wardtrell would stand before the Council as a liaison. She would speak softly, smile politely, and when asked why the galaxy feared humans so deeply, she would answer honestly. "Humans aren't dangerous," she said. "They're loving." She paused. "And if they love you, they will cross the universe for you." Her eyes hardened just a little. "But if they love someone you hurt," the chamber went very quiet, "they will cross it to end you." That is what happens when a human decides your family. And the galaxy learned far too late that there is no force more terrifying than a Deathworld species that loves without limits. Thanks for watching. What would you have done in this situation? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.